The FujiCast is an independent Loading Zone production.
Thursday, 9th of April.
The FujiCast.
I can't get round my head with this whole what day is it thing, Kev. I don't know what day of the week it is. I have to check every time I say that. And then
Isn't it Christmas Eve today? Is it Christmas Eve or is it Thanksgiving? Or
no idea.
It's Monday?
No idea.
It's Tuesday. It's Friday.
Well, I was trying to set up a meeting with somebody, and I sent them well, not face-to-face, obviously. That would be lovely. No, a Skype meeting, and I sent them an invite for it, and they said, well, I can't do Monday. And I said, oh, okay then. I thought, why can't you do Monday? So, well, it's Easter Monday. No, I know, obviously in religious terms, that's important, but I was thinking, so? Every day's Easter Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I mean... religiously, perhaps, but other than that, there's nothing else to do, is there?
I'm not particularly aware that the person I was talking to is particularly religious, but obviously they had a problem with working on their day off. So. Yeah,
and Easter Monday is only a bank holiday anyway. It's not like in terms of the religious stuff, it all happens before then. But it's a bank holiday. Yeah, that's the point. Actually, I wonder at the end of all of this whether we'll get our bank holidays given to us in lieu.
I think it'll be a brave man or woman to ask for that. I did say to Sam earlier, have you? I said, you haven't bought me an Easter egg or anything, have you? Because the emergency trip that I usually make to the supermarket to go and get an Easter egg and a card, it ain't happening because we've elected one person to go shopping at the moment. We've sort of worked out this way that we're dealing with a social distancing thing, and it's not my job. Has not become a blue job, that one. So there's no way of me buying an Easter. So I think we'll just write it off this year. We've got a few Easter eggs that were bought a little while back. We'll just jumble on those. And that's it.
Yeah, we got a couple for the. I don't know if they're listening. We got a couple for the kids. But
last year, you admitted that you stole the kids' eggs. You ate them.
It weren't just last year either. It's happened several times, and we've had to go out and get some more.
Oh, you can't go out and get more though this year.
Well, it's not technically stealing it because they haven't been given them at that point. Okay. Technically, they're still mine. It's when I gift it to them, then after that it would be stealing. But until then, it's not stealing, is it? So I don't feel bad.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. Yes.
You can eat your kids' Easter eggs as long as it's before they know you've got them.
Yeah. We just dug into them the other day, actually. We started eating them. We'd run out of chocolate, so we thought, what have we got? Oh, I know, we've got a stack of Easter eggs upstairs. Anyway, on the show today, Monday through Friday is the show's daily photo challenge that we have. In the allotted post only. If you went outside the allotted post, it'll be deleted. We had a split composition one yesterday. We'll have a new one for you soon. We decided rather than every single day to be going, oh, that one looks nice. Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one looks good. With you at home, maybe not even in the Facebook group, thinking, what the devil are they talking about? That we just have one vote for all of the so there'll be 4 this week because we started Tuesday, and we'll do that on Saturday's show. That seems much cleaner to me. See, we're making this shit up as we go along, really. That's how it works. Your questions. No interview today as such, no hangout today, but I do, Kev, have an interview lined up with a photographer who is in a part of the world. I'm hoping to talk to him later on today so that this will go out tomorrow or possibly over the weekend. But he's in a part of the world where they've been reported to have a shoot to kill where there are protesters on streets. Can you believe that? I mean...
Well, I know, the thing is we bitch and moan about what's going on, but there are places in the world we are in such a lucky position in terms of where we are in the world physically, geology wise, geographically, well, and geology as well.
Geology is nice. I like those mountains over there that you have.
No, but I mean, we're not having earthquakes and
I see what you mean.
Things like that.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
There are some people in. Although I was reading today on the BBC about the interesting. Well, this is we're going on a tangent again. By
the way, stop. Your wife said to me on the programme meeting the other day that the unofficial programme meeting that she held with me, as now executive producer apparently is Gemma, that you're allowed to go on tangents and you shouldn't apologise for it because that's how conversation works.
Okay.
So Gemma is in charge. Yes.
Yes.
Very much. Yeah.
So
tangent away.
On that point, my recent watching stream has been all of the Louis Theroux documentaries, which I've watched many, many times before.
I love him.
Yeah, I love him too. I think he's great. And also the documentaries are so different. So last night, I think I watched about 4. I watched the Miami Super Jails.
Oh, God, that's a good one. Yeah, that's very good.
That's a good one. Then I watched one about a brothel in Las Vegas.
I think we've watched the same ones.
and then I started watching one which was about the crimes in South Africa, in Johannesburg. The lawlessness in Johannesburg, I think it's called. Yeah. And it's brutal, you know. These people, and they're not police or anything. They're just kind of gangs that take it upon themselves to look after people, a bit like gangsters, I suppose. Anyway, I was reading the BBC today, and they were saying that all of these gangs in parts of these slums in Johannesburg have stopped shooting each other and selling drugs to each other, and now they're going to get shopping for the old people. I thought it was brilliant.
There's a turnaround, something that the positive that's come out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you ever been to South Africa? you know what I'm about to say.
No, I have never been to South Africa.
Let me tell you about the time I went to South Africa. In all seriousness, though, that I tell you what, they do make you feel a bit scared when you come out of the airport. The guides, they say, well, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't stop. If you see a red light, you keep going on. Don't go to this area, don't go to that area. Yeah. And blah, 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 blah. But it does seem to, I mean, it's a vast country, isn't it? It seems to be you drive 3 hours and turn left and you arrive at where you want to be. But it's a beautiful country. But as you say, the trouble's there.
Well, I did have one eye on going to the Lions tour next year to South Africa, but obviously I won't be doing that now. But
well, you might be. It's next
June.
I
don't. It's next June, yeah. But it means I won't be able to kind of schedule that time off work because I'll need to be catching up.
Working, yeah. Oh, Kev.
Hey ho.
All right, shall we go on with the questions? Sarah Ledden, love what you're both doing with the show. Listen, most days out of Washington, the one that's in Connecticut. Hold on, Sam's coming in. Stand by.
Warning.
Hello. Just doing the show.
I know you will.
Oh.
I need the keys.
I haven't got the keys.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right, Sam.
Hi, Kev.
This doesn't happen at the BBC.
When she opened that door, then it sounded like The Shining. It just went.
Here's Johnny. Oh, that film is. I tell you what, that film is one of the most frightening things to watch late at night, with a glass of your favourite poison. The Shining.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen The Shining? Treat yourself. No. It's cinematic. It's genius. It's a work of genius. It really is. But it is a bit frightening. Mm-hmm. But it's not as frightening as something like It.
When I split up with my first wife, or rather when she split up with me, all my stuff lived in a little tin box in a storage compartment in Twickenham. Right. And it was huge, this place. And I used to have to go there late at night to get bits and pieces and drop stuff off and everything because I was working. And I'd go there and there was this old guy that was at reception. It was like one of those big yellow, what do they call it? Big yellow boxes, things or whatever, storage unit.
Oh, storage place, yeah.
And I'd go through the checkout with him or the check-in. Yeah. And mine was on like the 6th floor and right at the back, and you had to go up in the elevators to get to it. Oh. And those elevators are huge because they're made for putting rolling trolleys and stuff in.
Hold on a minute, Kev. I've got to give you some spooky music for this. Hold on. There's always a jingle. Here we go. You ready? So you're going up to the 6th floor. Did you say?
Yeah, sixth floor. And it's creaking and groaning, this elevator. It's huge, and it's one of those ones where you can see through the front. You can just see the walls and stuff going up in front of you.
Right.
And I'd go to my unit, which was up a long corridor, and all of these alleyways and corridors, they all look exactly the same. And I always kept thinking that one day I'm going to come out and I'm going to see two twins or one set of twins on a bike.
Well, yeah, that's The Shining. You've seen The Shining, obviously.
No, well, I've seen the clips.
Oh, right.
But what happened one day though? What genuinely happened? I came out and I kind of shut my door and I glanced over my shoulder as I usually do, and I had to double check. There was actually a woman, I would say probably late 70s, early 80s, just stood still, absolutely dead still at the end of the corridor, just staring at me.
You're joking.
Stop.
And no word of a lie. Really? Me, I shit myself. Really. And and then she just kind of walked towards me and unlocked a it wasn't a ghost or anything. It was a real
I
person.
thought it was a ghost.
It absolutely, honestly, my bones inside me and my head nearly jumped out of my brains.
Shall I tell you something very,
terrifying.
very spooky, though? Those places, by the way, don't have receptionists. So that man that you were seeing, that wasn't a man. There we go. Where were we? Oh, Sarah Ledden. Love what you're both doing with the show. Listen most days out of Washington, the one in Connecticut. It's like Groundhog Day. Yeah. This is one from Sarah Ledden. Love what you're doing with the show. Listen most days out of Washington. Anyway, you mentioned a few times about what happens when this thing is all done. So I wondered two things, chaps. Two questions. What are you, the first one, what are you most looking forward to photographically? I'm so pleased.
Being paid for my photographs.
To be paid, yeah. Yeah, that would definitely be one. Well, what are you looking forward to photographing, though, maybe?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because really, I am just looking forward to getting back to work.
Yeah.
But, it probably will give me a little bit more gumption to get on with all of the things that I've got on my potential, my to-do list, and use the GFX a bit more and various things like that. Who knows? I don't know. Tough one, isn't it? What about you?
Do you know what? I'm looking forward to meeting the first grumpy vicar again. So I can look at him and say, the world's okay. It's all right. You want me to stand at the back? No problem. If you'd like me to stand outside the church? No problem. Nothing is a problem any longer.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Very poignant point.
If you don't like me, it doesn't matter. It's water off a duck's back.
And then you'll cough.
clear the congregation. The second question was, and what are you most looking forward to? Was just generally. What are you looking forward to? Just generally.
You know what? I'm really, really looking forward to going to the pub.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
I can see it from my window as well. Yeah. And I'm like, I could, if I open the windows, I could probably smell all the stale, gone-off beer that they never managed to sell.
Oh, there should be some good offers on in that pub. It's a proper spit and sawdust, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to just catching up with my buddies and going to the pub. Yeah. I think
I'm looking forward to the same sort of thing, really. Just being sociable with people. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to walking past somebody without them looking at you like you're the devil incarnate or something. Don't come near me. Stay away.
It's really funny. We call it the COVID dance. So, when you're walking along the street and somebody's walking your way and they're looking at you and you're looking at them, it's like what they call it with the guns in high western.
High chaparral.
High chaperone.
Yeah.
Corral.
Chaparral. Whatever.
And it's like, I'm going to go left. You're going to go right. I'm going to stand in the middle of the road. Do like this little COVID dance. And of course, there's no cars around here really during the day at least anyway. So just wander around in the middle of the road. Yeah. It's really funny. There's two pigeons now that are on the road outside my window, which is, it's not a main road by any stretch of the imagination, but my window goes straight onto the road. It's a pavement. And pretty much every morning now when I get up and there's a couple of pigeons that are just... it's like they're teasing everybody. They're just wandering up and down the middle of the road.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they have attitude, don't they, pigeons?
They're like, I can come here.
Yeah, I know. The way they walk around, like, it's all right, it's okay, whatever. Yeah. We've got a little bird feeder, a bird table. And Sam the other day, we got fed up with the pigeons. They go into the bird table and they push all the nuts out like thugs, like football hooligans. And then all the little birds are standing there thinking, well, it's our go, surely it's our go now. And no, the pigeons just steal everything. Then there's nothing left for anybody. Though they are your... Well, look, we've just have it. Haven't we had it, Scott? Haven't we? What did you say to these people?
Stop it.
You did. That's the pigeons are the bird version of that.
So but isn't that's the eulogy of life, that isn't it? Those pigeons, the big fat greedy ones get everything. Yeah. The rest of us get cool.
We put little extra bars in the bird table now, so the little ones can get in fine, but the big pigeons come along. They're like, well, what's happened here then? What's going on? Who's removed all that free food I was having? I do feel a bit sorry for them, but at least the Blue Tits and the Martins and all the rest of them are getting their fair share now. Anyway. Oh, yeah, there's one thing I'm looking forward to, by the way, because our Jack asked the other day, so what are you looking for? Because he loves eating out. That's why our credit card bill that came out the other day is so low, because we've not been eating out at all. So what are you looking forward to in particular, he said, Daddy? And I said, do you know what? Forget about lovely restaurants. I just want a McDonald's. Just give me a McDonald's. I just want a real, proper McDonald's. We've tried making McDonald's. We've done a couple of McDonald's, but I want a McDonald's. That's what I really want. Good question, Sarah. Thank you.
Very good question.
Would you like a highbrow question, or
is it higher than my highbrows?
It could be. Or would you just like a statement? What would you like?
Let's go highbrow.
Highbrow. Are we ready for highbrow?
Very la-di-da.
It will be. Edward Hubbard. This is a little long, but I find myself with a bit of extra time on my hands, chaps. Feel free to yada 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 any part you would like, and I have here and there cut it down a bit. Some background on me. As a junior associate in a law firm, I was asked to write a legal brief for a partner. I gave that to the partner, and the next day received my brief back with the partner's revision handwritten in red between each line of my typed brief. Oh, God, this sounds like one of my teachers that used to just go... Ugh. It looked like they'd shed blood all over my document. After calming down, it became clear to me that there was nothing wrong with my brief and that my partner's wholesale revision wasn't objectively better. It was just that I'd failed to write it in the style that he would have done. Now, there's a reason for telling you that story, because it comes to the present day now, photographically. Now, imagine me looking at 500 pics or Flickr, and I'm going through it going rubbish, rubbish, yeah, rubbish, yeah. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is good. Rubbish, rubbish, complete rubbish. I think I've now become that partner, dismissing anything that doesn't fit with my aesthetic or the style that I appreciate. Many of the photographers I dismiss are, by measure, probably quite successful and are very highly skilled in their lighting. I'm certain there's a lot to learn from just looking at photos that don't necessarily do it for me. So my question is, Kev and Neil, rather than just dismissing them, what are the three things about any photo that you would analyse to get a better understanding of what the photographer is doing to convey their vision, their style and their aesthetic?
Very la-di-da.
Told you it was. Very good question. If there was a question of the week, Edward, you've just won it.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again?
No. I don't think I'm going to be able to find three. When you look at photos, Kev, because I know you don't like posed pictures at weddings per se of you doing them. But you can
admire them for sure. Yeah.
I mean, our friend Sanjay, Sanjay Jogia, the Canon ambassador, he takes absolutely stunning portraits, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Like something out of Vanity Fair. Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah.
So, what do you look for in a picture when you're looking for something? What is it that rattles your rattle? Whatever the expression
feeling.
is.
It's always feeling. I always say to my students, feeling first, technique second. It's always feeling. It's got to be something that makes me think, oh yeah, that's. There's something in that picture, and that could well just be the feeling of amazing composition, or the feeling of beautiful colors, or the feeling of the emotion in the picture. It's why I never feel I can't ever look at those pictures of the sea. When they're really long exposures and it makes the sea look like milk.
Oh yeah. You don't like those.
That just makes me feel sick because it just doesn't to me. I mean, technically, I can understand the brilliance of it.
But I suppose this is like Edward. Edward would say that even if you don't appreciate that picture, would you look at it and think, yeah, do you know what? I can see what the effort you've gone to there.
I can understand the effort for sure, but I would never. I just don't like those pictures, and but it's very subjective. That doesn't mean that because I don't like them that nobody else should. And, people like Paul Sanders, for example, who we've had on the show, he does amazing pictures of those, and he does it for a very cathartic exercise. It's almost like fishing. But me, when I look at the pictures, I'm like, no. But yeah, it's all about feeling. I just don't feel anything about those kind of milky sea pictures. But, I can look at a very, very good bridal portrait, for example, or very good social documentary image, or a very good war scene, or a very good landscape picture of a sunset with a mountain, whatever. And as long as I get feeling from it, as long as there's feeling in it, it doesn't matter how good it is technically. Then that's critical for me.
How trigger happy are you when you're looking at Instagram? With the double tap for the heart. I find myself double tapping a lot on pictures that I would not usually spend a lot of time on. But I'm thinking, yeah. So I think I may have passed the meh kind of stage.
I didn't know you could double tap. Don't you have to just click on the little heart at the bottom?
Oh, God, Kev, get with it.
Oh, I never knew that.
Really? Tell me,
no.
Who knew about really? Who knew about the double clicking thing here? Everybody knew.
If anybody wants to come on my social media workshop, then you're more than welcome. No, I honestly didn't know about that. But you're right. I mean, Instagram is. I think the thing about Instagram is it does tend to, the algorithm is pretty good. It does tend to show you stuff that you've shown interaction with before, the style of pictures that you've shown interaction with before. So typically, if it's doing its thing, then you should be seeing stuff that you kind of appreciate. But yeah, I mean, I hit the little the hearty thing on pictures just because they're friends sometimes. I think that's just a thing to do.
So you don't really like mine at all then?
No, I don't ever click on yours.
Yeah, I've never had a like from you.
I click on Sam's all the time. Sam puts some brilliant ones up there.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's it, isn't it? It's feeling. That's it, ultimately, feeling.
Feeling.
How about you?
Same sort of thing, really. I mean, it is led by feeling. I quite like dark images, I'm afraid. I don't mean just dark as in sad or sorrowful or that. If it's a really contrasty black and white, it's going to get a double tap from me every single time. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate some of the I mean, I'm not really into same as you, really, into long drawn out portraits that have taken so long to do. The beautiful light, the fingers are just right, and the curled, whatever. But I do double tap them because I think, I can, yeah. But
I can appreciate them for sure, but I'm more along the lines of David Bailey kind of appreciation society, Stand there, look at me, snap. Right, next. Stand there, look at me, snap. I prefer those types of pictures because I feel like they're much more natural.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing a workshop on portraits?
I reckon I'd be really good at it. We'd have it done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're all done. Let's go down the pub.
The Daily Show Photo Challenge.
Well done. Photo Challenge has got the jingle. Still making a few others. I make the pub quiz one actually for Friday's show, of course. Right, what have we got as a photo challenge? I notice a few people now that are not very pleased about the fact that you can put in pictures that you've had for years and years, and but I'm not so worried about it. But I thought we'd sort of gently guide you, perhaps, doing. But please, during this time during the war, where we've all got some downtime, try and do them on the actual day as well. That'd be nice.
Well, this one, I guarantee, I've thought about this very, very carefully, you see, since we discussed this.
Yes.
And this is fortuitous and also very sad.
All right. Okay.
So earlier today, one of, I suppose, Fleet Street's greatest photographers, John Downing, died.
Oh, no.
Not from COVID. He'd been unwell for a very long time.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And, so he passed away. And he was a Fleet Street snapper, photographer, whatever you want to call it. He was from Llanelli in Wales. Very long and established career. He won he's won World Press Photo and various other things like that. Now, in order for you to do this picture, it has to be done today, okay? And it's a little bit technical, so this will really get your minds thinking.
Stand by.
You also need to do tiny little bit of research, and yet what you have to do is type in honor of John, type into Google John Downing, type in a mujahideen. And if you want to, if that doesn't bring it up, it should do. Type in Mujahideen posing in a safe house. So where you'll end up is the Guardian, okay? And there's an article entitled "John Downing's best photograph: Mujahideen posing in an Afghan safe house." Right. Now, obviously, you don't want to be photographing the Mujahideen. It's not going to be particularly safe with all their AK-47s and stuff.
I'm not sure you'll get a flight at the moment either.
But what you will see in that photograph is a little bit reminiscent of Don McCullen's early one, where he had all of his the gangsters stood on the ruins.
The governors.
Yes. Yeah. Now this one is in not a ruin house, but he has all of the Mujahideen, the soldiers. They're all in different windows and doorways and various things like that. The lights are on from the inside. And it's a good picture. You need to see it. It was taken in I would imagine late 70s, early 80s, something like that. And this is your challenge, you see. Now this is a tough one because it's going to involve you late at night, or certainly when it gets darker. Yeah. The other members of your family, your windows, your doors. Yeah. Think a little bit out of the box. See if you can do it. I don't expect too many people to get involved because it's a real technical challenge. Yeah. Have you done it? Have you typed it in while we're talking?
Well, I can't spell Mujahideen. That was the problem I was having.
Mujahideen.
Okay.
It should take you to the Guardian.
Oh yeah, yes it does. Actually, we'll put that link. I'll do a short version of that link and put it on the actual Facebook post. So that you can see that example.
That's a good one, isn't it?
Whoa! I mean, that's goodness. That's a challenge. What are you expecting? 2 people to join in with this one?
No, because everybody's at home, right? There's no excuse. I won't be doing it, of course, but everybody else should do it. Oh, hang on one second.
Unless you live in flats or something.
I am just stretching to the front door because Gemma's turned up.
Gemma's arrived home.
Just right there.
Sorry. Did you just say to her, wait there?
Yeah, I don't let her come in until she's done a complete and utter head-to-toe wash.
She's been out doing the shopping?
Yeah, she's taken some food to her dad's.
What does she have to do then? Just put it there on the doorstep and knock and run? Sort of
she'll I don't want her to interrupt us, so she'll drop it all in the porch and then go and park the car and then come back.
All right, so it's important to look after the older, the more mature folks, folks, not the older folks.
No, but he's already thrown his rubber at you for you calling him Victorian.
He wasn't very happy about that, was he? Right. So that's a very good photo challenge. It'd be really interesting to see how many join in, but I like that. So that's it for Thursdays. It is Thursday, isn't it? Yes, for Thursday's show. God, it's so difficult keeping up with these days. Tomorrow's the end of the week show, Kev, and we're going to have a pub quiz.
Yes.
Bring your own beer.
Yes.
Well, I won't be able to give you any beer. So there'll be 5 questions. I think, I'm not sure, but I think we're going to do a recognise the photographer by the voice one. Something like that. So pub quiz tomorrow. What are you doing tonight? Staying in?
I think I'm going to stay in tonight. I think I fancy a bit of a quiet one.
Have you let the kids stay out in the garden again since the other day?
They've been there they've 3 nights on the trot now. They've slept at the bottom of the garden. Yeah.
They're not singing Frozen every night though, are they?
No, not after that first night. That's it. They're there. They're still in the garden. They're loving it. Honestly, they're getting on so well. It's amazing.
Well, that's a positive thing to come out of it as well. Talk to you tomorrow, Kev.
Yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
The FujiCast is an independent Loading Zone production. Email the show with your questions and words of wisdom to click@fujicast.co.uk. Email any complaints and political nonsense to our wives, who will deal with your comments in their own good time and in their own good way.